It's cold outside, and I want to have the sickest day ever. Tommy Bennett here, and in today's video, I'm going to walk you through my warm-up. Let's go. Now, when it comes to warming up, the biggest thing that I'm trying to achieve is evaluating my body, figuring out where all the little kinks are, and getting my body to feel amazing for the day. So I'm gonna walk you guys through exactly how I get warmed up, and then we're gonna go into the park because I love the park, and I'm gonna show you how to get warmed up there as well. So first things first, I have my boots slightly untied because I want to make sure that I have range of motion, so I'm feeling pretty good. And the next thing that I like to do is I actually like to start from the top down. I like to evaluate my shoulders to my spines to my hip down to my ankles. Now I am trying to balance getting warmed up, but I'm not trying to sweat. Today's pretty cold, and if I start sweating, then the moisture in my body is gonna get cold, evaporate, or whatever scientific stuff happens, and then I'm gonna get super cold. So I'm trying to move at a pace that allows me to manage my temperature. So the first thing that I like to do is arm circles for about 30 seconds. Now the reason why I like to do these is I'm able to evaluate my shoulder, feel my spine, even check my neck as I make these nice little circles. And of course, you can go forward, you can go backwards. And again, I just want to see if there's any kink in the armor that I gotta like massage out or spend extra attention. Now, once I'm done with the arm circles, what I'm gonna do is do some like trunk swings. Essentially, what I'm gonna try to do is get my body to move just in my spine. Now, the reason why I like to do these is as we're snowboarding around, of course, I gotta look uphill. I gotta look around. I gotta make a heel side turn, a toe side turn. I also like to jump in the park and do a lot of spins. So the more range of motion I have in my spine, the better. Now, if I need to spend a little bit of extra time on my spine, I've also evaluated that. Now, when I'm doing these, I'm trying to get the greatest range of motion, but I'm trying to keep my hips as forward as possible or static as possible, allowing me just to isolate the spine. For each of these exercises, I do like to spend about 30 seconds on each of them before I move on. I'm gonna interrupt real quick and let you guys know that I have a 90-day workout program that is designed to elevate your snowboarding because we work on explosive movements, dynamic range of motion, flexibility, as well as coordination and our core. So if you guys are interested in getting more awesome when you're not snowboarding, check out the link in the description below. Now, luckily, we have something to help us balance. The next thing I want to do after I've rotated my shoulders, rotated my spine, and rotated a little bit of my hips, now I'm going to try to do some more leg swings. So I'm going to go as far forward as I can and as far backwards as I can. Now, as I do this, I'm gonna do this about 30 seconds each leg. I'm gonna take my hand and try to touch my toes. The goal is to be able to touch my toe. And the reason why I love doing this specific exercise is because I like to do crazy grabs. So this really helps me evaluate my like flexibility. So we're gonna do this for each leg for about 30 seconds. The next thing is we're gonna actually rotate our leg sideways and do more across the body, opening up the hip. I have a torn and detached labrum in my right hip, so I gotta make sure my hip's feeling pretty good. Now we've done some leg swings, what I'd like to do is do a full body squat. Now the goal is to be able to keep our spine as upright as possible, pretty relative, upright, and we're gonna try to get our belly button and our tailbone as low to the ground as possible. Now when you're doing this, I would like you to keep your eyes up, spine up, and sink down. If you need to, go ahead and loosen your boots so you have more range of motion in your ankles, allowing you to get deeper. Now, once you're in a very deep squat, and now we're gonna shift right and left. We're gonna start feeling stretches in our right hip and our hamstring, and possibly our quad, more of a stretch or a hip opener. So it is easier if you place your elbows to the inside of your knees, and you can shift to the right, shift to the left, and then you can also start shifting over your toes. What you're trying to do is stretch out your hips, your calves, and your ankles, and just start feeling things out. If things are extra sore, put a little extra love and care into that body part. With that said, if you're looking for more information or a lot more nerd, go check out Mobility Duo. When when it comes to actually snowboarding, I'm trying to evaluate how my body feels in relation to the world, to the terrain, and my board. So I like to start with 5 squats, going as low as I can, standing back up and doing that 5 times. And then from there, I also like to evaluate my switch riding. So I'll go do 5 switch squats. If you're struggling with your switch and you want an awesome video, check out the link in the description because I have a fantastic switch video. But let's say you're pretty awesome at switch, going to do 5 switch squats just to know how you're feeling. And then I'm going to do 5 ollies just to evaluate how my body is feeling explosive wise, as well as how does my board feel. And then from there, I might do that switch just to continue that switch pattern up, or sometimes I like to get right into some turns. A lot of times for the day, I'm gonna go make some sporadic turns. I'm gonna go ride trees, or I'm gonna go ride some moguls, so I wanna evaluate my turns as well. So let me ask you a question. What is your warm-up routine? Let me know in the comments below, because I'm here trying to help you out as much as possible, but guess what? I can definitely steal some of your secrets as well. I mean, we can share. We're not stealing, we're sharing, you know? Share the love. If you're looking for some bonus warm-ups and you're more freestyle oriented and you want to learn how to spin and be as awesome as possible when it comes to the park, try these warm-ups. We're gonna go from a very full squat, get as low as you can, explode as much as you can, and let's start doing some spins so you start getting used to spinning before you actually get on your snowboard. So we're gonna start with looking in this direction. We're gonna get low as we can. We're gonna explode, boom. Now we're gonna do the same thing and come back the same direction. Boom. We're gonna bring our knees up, try to bring our knees as high as we can. So get low, explode, boom. Get low and explode, and then absorb. We're gonna get low, we're gonna explode, we're gonna bring our knees up as high as we can, and then we're gonna try to absorb as much as we can. So we're gonna get low. Boom. Let's do it the same way, going back. If you're looking for an extra challenge, try to do 4 180s without stopping and be explosive as possible. Down, up. Ooh, talk about a freaking warm up, hey? Now, if you're going beyond that and you're looking for a big challenge, try some 360s. With the 360, make sure you're getting a full wind up. Try to land in a balanced position and don't fall over like I did. Let's do it again. Get low, explode, own it, boom. Now let's go snowboard. So when I go through the terrain park, I like to hit the jumps and start to get comfortable with the speed. Also, I like to jump in the air and grab my snowboard because I want to feel controlled and strong. But when I spin, I also like to add a grab. And then when it comes to a box, I am not a fan of doing a board slide first run. Sometimes you go to a park and the rails are sticky and you're more likely to fall or slip out or even catch and fall and hurt yourself if you're going in a board slide. A lot of times if you're doing a 50-50 and you're in a flex strong position, in an athletic position, you're gonna be just fine. You're gonna be able to handle that 50-50. So that's what I like to do. As far as warming up in the park, I like to do some grabs, some 50-50s, and feel strong. Now let's say you got some questions and you don't understand some of the content that I'm putting out. Well, join my live stream every single Tuesday at 7 o'clock Mountain Standard Time for a live stream here on YouTube. What I like to do is answer your questions, get a little nerdy. I get to know you, you get to know me, we vibe, it's a great time. So put your post notifications on so you get a notification every time I go live or post a video and we can vibe. So on that note, guys, nothing but love, we out.